Have you ever wondered what happens if the Italian tax authorities decide to audit you? Let me tell you, it's not just about checking your numbers. It's about understanding every single euro you've reported. So what happens when expats guess the tax figures? Imagine this. You move to Italy, file your tax return, even though you were done, but a year later, you receive a letter, an avviso di accertamento, a tax audit notice. It's terrifying, especially if you don't know what they're looking for. And trust me, they're looking closely. In Italy, tax audits are serious. The Agenzia delle Entrate, the Italian tax authority, can request proof of your income, expenses, even the source of funds in your bank account, anywhere. If something doesn't add up, they'll question it. So, what would you do if they ask for proof of a deduction you claimed, but you don't have the paperwork? Would you feel confident, or would panic set in? Here's where many expats made a critical mistake. They guess the numbers. They think, I spent around, 10,000 on business travel, on home improvements, so I'll just put it down. Or I don't have the exact exchange rate for my foreign income, but this number seems close enough. One of my clients, let's call him James, moved to Italy and started working remotely for his UK-based company. In his first Italian tax return, he guessed his foreign income because he didn't keep detailed records. He thought, what the worst thing could happen? Well, when the audit came in, the tax authorities estimated his income using their exchange rates, not his guessed ones, and the result, a tax bill of 8,000 more than he expected, plus penalties and interest. The problem with guessing is that the Italian tax system is incredibly detailed. Every small mismatch can trigger penalties. For example, if your tax return shows 50,000 in income, but the bank records shows 52,000, the tax authorities will assume that you have reported something and you'll pay the price. Penalties in Italy can range from 90 to 180% of the additional tax owed. And yes, you heard it right. If you did not report by, 1,000, you may end up paying 1,900 to 2,800 in penalties alone. So how the audit process works? In Italy, it usually starts with a letter or email. The Agenzia delle Entrate will request specific documents like bank statements, invoices, contracts. You have a limited time, often 30 to 90 days, to provide them. If the authorities find inconsistencies, they'll invite you to a meeting. This is your chance, I would say the last chance, to explain your case. If they're not satisfied, they'll issue a formal notice of adjustment, which includes the additional tax owed, penalties, interest. In James' case, back in time, the authorities' question is foreign income because the exchange rates didn't match official records. Since he didn't have any proof of these calculations, he had no choice but to accept their point of view. Now, here's how you can avoid this disaster. First, always keep detailed records, bank statements, receipt, invoices, contracts. If you're reporting foreign income, use official exchange rates and document them. Tools like the European Central Bank's website can definitely help. Second, never estimate deductions without proof. If you're claiming 5,000 in business expenses, make sure you have receipts for every single euro of those 5,000. The third one, most important, consider hiring a tax advisor. A professional can review your return, flag potential issues, and help you prepare for a possible audit. And trust me, the cost of an advisor is much lower than the cost of an audit gone wrong. Here's the biggest myth about tax audits. Many experts believe if I don't make much money, the tax authorities won't bother with me. Wrong. In Italy, audits are not just for wealthy ones. They're triggered by mismatches between numbers, between your tax return and bank accounts, or even random checks. Another myth is that, paying a small fine will make the problem go away. Well, in reality, the penalties can compound, and the authorities may flag you for future audits. So, the next time you're preparing your Italian tax return, remember this. Guessing your numbers might feel convenient now, but it could lead to a disaster later. Instead, keep records. If you're not sure, speak with a professional. So, what about you? Have you ever faced a tax audit or worried about one?